Hello Pisces, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of February 2021. I hope you're having a good start to the new year. I hope things are flowing well for you. I do feel that big changes are on the horizon for you, and I have a feeling that it's definitely going to be something that is based in increase. That is the word that's coming through loud and clear. So I'm excited to see what shows up for you for this month. As you can see, I do have a new background here. I'm still, kind of playing with it, seeing if I like it, but we're going to give it a try, see how it works. It's a little bit different for the lighting purposes, so please be patient with me as I figure that out as well. For the readings this month, I'll be using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then I will close out your reading, Pisces, with a Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle card. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. As you can see, the cards are already starting to kind of make their presence known. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, Pisces. All right, Pisces, what do we need to know for the sign of Pisces as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2021. All right, so it's going to be slow progress for you. Excuse me, for you, Pisces. A slow progress is the name of the game. If it comes, or if I should say, if it's in relation to you starting a new business, a new job, anything, the word capitalism, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know, but anything of a money-making nature, it's going to be slow progress, okay? But the progress is coming. We see it here. The only thing is that it's not going to happen as quickly as we like, and I can tell you that because of the Death card here in the reverse. Okay, so the Death card in reverse means slow change, but it's still good change. It's slow, positive change. It's also going to be a slow change that affects every aspect of your life. Okay, so it may feel a little uncomfortable, it may feel unfamiliar, but trust in the process, because when all is said and done, you're gonna come out ahead. You're gonna come out ahead in a very big way. Also, Pisces, you're gonna be having a lot of tension thrown your way as we move into the new month of February. Get comfortable with being seen. Why? Because you're going to be seen. Now, for some of you, this may mean being seen on social media. For some of you, this may mean being seen in your community, maybe in your workplace. But all eyes are going to be on you, and this is not a bad thing. This is you getting positive attention from people who either admire you, envy you, want to work with you, want to learn from you. Okay, this is very, very good, because this puts you in a position of, I don't want to say a position of power, but it's more like being in a position of leadership. Okay, it's like people really respect that about you, and so they're taking notice. And you are going to have to be comfortable with being seen, okay? Next, we have the Judgment. Now, this is the Rebirth card. This means that you're probably going to be doing some things totally different that you've never done before. The other thing about the Judgment card is that you're really going to kind of break through some old self-identity limitations. You may have seen yourself as like, let's say maybe you said, oh, I'm not very good, speaking in front of people. And you're going to have the opportunity to be a great public speaker. It's like one of those things where you just start shedding these old beliefs about you. If you look at the card, it talks about that too. It talks about people just kind of being reawakened, you know, and just being reborn, and just really kind of shedding these old layers of beliefs or habits that held them back for so long. Next, we have the Ace of Wands. Now, here is where we see that growth. When it comes to your money, when it comes to opportunities, your business, your investments, growth is on the way. Now, it's slow and steady. You're not going to see huge spikes, but you are going to see things definitely moving in the up direction. Okay, so get ready, get excited. The other thing is we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which means you need to hurry up and get on board with some financial literacy here. Now, it doesn't matter. There's some people who know a lot about money and finances and business, and there's some of us who don't know a lot. Some of us are somewhere in the middle. It doesn't matter where you are, there's always more to learn. If you really want to advance financially, if you really want to move up in your life in every way, you're going to have to learn. And the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse tells us that we need to make educated decisions, and we need to be financially literate. We need to really have a good grasp of what's going on with our money, with our finances, within our careers, within our industry, with technology, with medicine, all of these things. The more you know, the more profitable it will be for you, okay? And I'm really feeling this for you, Pisces, is that you cannot sleep on knowledge. You really need to do your best to acquire as much as you can, as quickly as you can, because it's going to pay off. It's going to be very profitable for you the more you know, okay? Next, we have the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands talks about looking at stuff from the past and trying to take those lessons into the future. Sometimes this works for some of us, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it's telling me that you are going to make it work for you somehow, some way. It means that you're reevaluating the things that have happened recently, and you're trying to decide what's going to be the next best step. You are definitely seeing some potential, and you are seeing opportunities. You're also seeing more ways for you to move in a direction to where you can actually do less and achieve more. And I see that with this card. Now, we also have the King of Swords here. Now, the King of Swords talks about paying attention. And for some reason, I'm getting taxes with this card. The King of Swords, I'm just going to say, are you paying your taxes? You know, I hope none of you are dealing with that, but if you are, stay on top of it. I don't know, but I'm getting the sense that this is something that a lot of you need to hear. It's like you need to pay attention to paying your taxes. Or, you know, if you're on a payment plan, or if you're a business, maybe you need to hire a tax professional to kind of get you into a better tax bracket, or help you reduce the amount of taxes that you owe. Make sure you're doing everything possible that you absolutely can in order to minimize your tax the amount of taxes that you owe. Okay, now this may or may not apply. You know, obviously not everybody has taxable income. Also, you know, I know some changes are on the horizon for those of us in the United States, maybe throughout the world. Changes are on the horizon as it relates to our government, as it relates to our structure of our, you know, monetary systems. So this is just something we have to pay attention to here. But I am getting the warning here that somebody needs to pay attention to their taxes. Like I said, I also am getting very strongly too that this is telling us that there are changes coming to the monetary system. Now, this could be something globally. This could also be something individual. All of us has our own unique money structure within our lives that we need to pay attention to for our families and for our own financial well-being. So just make sure that you are paying attention to your particular money system, you know, how you save money, how you earn money, how you budget your money. But also make sure you're studying the bigger picture, okay? Make sure you're studying finances and paying attention to the money news, okay? And I don't know why, but I felt like that had to be said, so I shared it. All right, Pisces, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2021. What do we need to know for the sign of Pisces? Okay. All right, Pisces. As we move into the second week of February, just know that the end of a project is going to create some new questions. I see some unanswered questions when I'm looking at these cards here. It's questions going unanswered. It's things not being addressed. Okay. Let's try and break this down. All right, we've got the Five of Cups here in the reverse. This talks about not moving away from something when you probably should. The other thing about this, this is also hesitation on your part, Pisces, of doing something that you know needs to be done. Now, I'm getting the sense that this has a money root to it, okay? There's something that you have been either ignoring, procrastinating on, or maybe something that you've just been hesitating to do, and you really need to take care of that. Otherwise, you're going to miss a window of opportunity here. Now, when this relates to our money, sometimes it's something as simple as paying a bill so we can avoid a late fee. Other times, we can look at it from a broader perspective as it relates to investments, let's say. And maybe there's a short window, you know, where you can get in on something and maybe you miss out. Whatever the case may be, this is going to be very individual because you know what it is that you've been procrastinating on. This card is telling us not to procrastinate and to take action when we feel like we need to take action, whatever it may be, okay? Next, we have the Justice card in the reverse. This is decisions being made without you. Excuse me. The Justice card means that there is a decision being made that affects you directly and you have no say, no input, no contribution, no consideration at all. Now, this doesn't always mean it's negative, but it's one of those situations where it's like, you know, you think to yourself, I really wish I would have had a say in this, or, you know, I really wish I could have given my opinion before they made the final choice. You know, it's one of those things. Now, a lot of times this happens, I see this card in work situations where, let's say somebody is considering someone for a promotion and it may not be you, or maybe it is you and you weren't quite ready for that. Whatever the case may be, it's like a decision's being made that affects you, but at the same time you have no say, okay? And this isn't always bad. You know, I don't want to you to worry that it's going to be something negative, but it's one of those things where it's like, damn, I wish I would have said, or I wish I would have had the opportunity to say something. Next, we have the Hermit. This card has been showing up for almost all the signs this month. I think it's going to be a time of retreat and going within and really healing some things. There's some money karma and some money wounds that need to be healed for so many of us. I know I've gone through it, and sometimes I still continue to go through this. You know, all of us need to kind of go within, and we need to address these parts of us that need to be healed. Some parts of us that need to be released, nurtured, and maybe just brought to awareness. You're going to have some time in the month of February, Pisces, to really go within. And I'm going to say really make sure you embrace that time, okay? Because it's going to open up a lot of things for you financially. It's going to allow you to be in a much higher state of vibrational flow so you can attract more money, so you can attract more opportunities and much more powerful word appropriate's coming to me. You know, much more appropriate people in your life to do what you want to do. You're going to get support, you know, but you have to do the work first, okay? We all have to do that inner work in order to unlock the things that we want and to make ourselves available for the things that we want. Now, we have the World card. This is a very positive card. It means that there's the end of a cycle. It also means that excuse me, that there's some completion here. But remember when I first saw these cards, I told you that there's going to be some unanswered questions. So while something may come to an end, don't think that everything's going to be resolved, especially as it relates to your money and your finances. There's still going to be some things you don't know. There's still going to be some things you don't understand. And there's going to be a lot to where you feel like, oh my gosh, what the hell's going on? You know, and it's one of those things that we're just going to have to kind of trust our way through it. You know, as long as you do your part, you're educating yourself, you're preparing for the future, you're you know, budgeting the finances, and you're making sure you have your savings and your retirement and your investments in order. Sometimes you can have all of these things and things still don't make sense, or sometimes stuff still happens excuse me, that puts us in a weird position or puts us in a weird spot. Okay? The moon talks about that. The moon talks about that sometimes things are just not revealed to us for whatever reason. And it's not because we did anything wrong, but it's just the nature of the circumstance. So I want you to understand that sometimes this is just the cycle of how things happen, but it doesn't mean that anything is necessarily wrong. Okay, Pisces? And I want you to trust that, because I'm seeing here that there's just some things that need to just kind of play out. Things that just need to play out. And we just have to roll with it. Finally, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, she's a very interesting card, because this is a card of authority, but it's also the card of grounding, okay? But when she's in the reverse, sometimes it means things are a little bit floaty. And when I say floaty, I don't necessarily mean unstable, but I just mean that sometimes things are just not set. It's like so many things are still up in the air. And this goes back to what I said, where there's still going to be some unanswered questions. And there's nothing you can do about it at this stage. And like I said, it's one of those things that you just got to have to kind of roll with, okay? And trust that in the right time, you will know what to do. Just make sure you stay aware, and as long as you're doing your part, you know, you're being responsible with your money, you're taking care of your responsibilities, you're taking care of your family, and that's the best you can do. And you're going to have to see, or I should say you're going to have to wait and see what shows up next, and then that will give you the information to kind of adjust course along the way. All right, so let's continue on, Pisces, because I'm feeling really anxious for some reason. And when I feel really anxious, it means I need to move. So let's see what else is showing up for the sign of Pisces as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2021. Okay. All right, so as we move into the second half of February, Pisces, I see the Knight of Wands. This is something that kind of falls short of your expectations. And I'm feeling like this is something work-related for most of you. Something falls short of your expectations. Either a promotion, a raise, but you had high hopes for something. Excuse me, you had high hopes for something, and something doesn't meet those expectations is what I'm getting with this. Now, we also have the High Priestess here. This is a very intuitive card. This card, when she shows up in the reverse, it means you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your intuition, you're not trusting your gut. And I don't know if these are related, but we have something falling short of your expectations here, you not trusting your gut, but then we have collaboration and things coming together. All right, so the second half of February may feel a little off energetically, but I want you to know that eventually things will kind of come together in a weird, strange way. I say that because we have the card of collaboration here, which means things are going to start showing up from all angles and all sides to really kind of help you move in the direction that you want to go. We also have the Chariot here. Sometimes the Chariot shows up when we're taking on too much, or we have things happening at the same time that we just can't control. You know, you have this happening at home, you have this happening at work, you have this happening in your business, you have this happening with your kids, you know, we have this happening in your relationships, and sometimes things just really get kind of chaotic. But at the same time, while we're going through this energetic shaking here, we have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is the dissolving of a relationship. Now, a lot of times this shows up in a personal relationship, you know, personal relationship stuff. But I'm not getting that with this card in the context of this reading. I'm getting the sense that there's something professional related to this card. The end of a work relationship could be the end of a job, could be the end of a partnership. It could be just maybe you not working with a particular vendor or a particular client or a particular customer. But this is something that I think is going to come into play at this time, just because looking at the cycle of energetic flow here as it relates to money, as it relates to increase and prosperity, I feel like this is something that has to happen, because this is what's getting in the way of you elevating your money, of you elevating your position, of you having the increase that you want. There's something that is getting in the way, and you realize that, you know, when things are all chaotic and things are, you know, everything has its demand on your attention and your time, you realize there's something that has to be dissolved. There's something that has to be let go. And it's not any type of hard feelings or animosity or negativity. It's just like a graceful releasing and letting something move along now. Move on. You know, it's that kind of thing. And there's no arguing, there's no bickering, there's no harsh words, there's nothing about it, but it's just kind of a gentle, graceful release. And that's what I'm feeling. And it may not even make sense, but you know it has to be done. And when it's done, things start to become more clear. You start to get more relaxed. You start to get more calm. You start to, you know, kind of have some new ideas about things, okay? Especially money things. All right, so kind of sit with that. Play with that for a little while as you're thinking, you know, and you probably already know what this is about. You know, there's a relationship that needs to be, I guess I could say let go, but it's deeper than that. It's it's like a restructuring of your priorities. That's what I'll say. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's continue on. See what else shows up for you. All right. I'm not sure which way that card was supposed to be, but I'm going to say it was in the upright position. All right, so what else do we need to know? Excuse me. For the sign of Pisces, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance, for the month of February 2021. All right, Pisces, as we close out the month of February, I can say that things definitely are going to be turning around for you in a very big and powerful and positive way. I say that because we have the Wheel of Fortune. The end of February is going to be a very good time for you. I can say that looking at all of the cards here. Good luck coming your way, unexpected good luck, serendipity, things happening in the right way at the right time. You are in the right place at the right time. Chance meetings, anything good luck occurs for you at the end of February, so get ready. Next, we have the King of Cups. This is emotional stability, also emotional balance. The King of Cups also is someone who is not swayed easily one way or another as it relates to his emotions. I feel like you've really got your emotions in check. You know, you've kind of released some things, you've kind of healed some things, and so now you are just very emotionally strong. You know, it's like you kind of really feel like everything is just good, and you don't feel extreme in one way or another. Next, we have the Page of Wands. This is good news as it relates to your work. You're going to be getting a good message, a good positive message, good news, good announcement. Good things are coming your way the end of February. This is definitely some positive news. Some positive information is coming your way. Now, I truly see this happening because we've got good luck, then we've got a good message coming. Next, we also have the Six of Pentacles, which means you're in a very relaxed state of generosity. You feel like you can share, you feel like you can contribute, you can support, you can give. You can do all of that without sacrificing any part of yourself, and that is really the place that we all want to be. We want to help others, but we also want to help ourselves. You know, we also want to do things that build others and that support others, but we cannot do that, you know, if we are suffering of lack in any kind of way. And you're definitely not going to be that. You're going to be in that generous energy where you can give, and you can give comfortably without feeling like you're losing anything. And that's a great place to be. Finally, we have this Justice card again. I don't like that I'm seeing him again. We saw him here in the reverse, and here he is again. Now, these two cards could be related. Whatever this situation was, we see some more of it at the end of the month, right? We see some more of this situation where a decision was being made and you had no say, you had no input, you had no contribution. I have a feeling that these two are related, but that may not be the case for all of you. This could also be something totally independent of this, right? So we have this happening in the second week of February. Then at the end of the month, we have that same thing, that same kind of energy happening again. All I can say is just know, regardless of whatever happens with this decision, you're in a good place. You've already got good luck. You've got good news. You've got excess here that you can share with other people, whether that be time, money, resources, whatever. You're in a very solid, positive place at the end of the month. So whatever this is, it's not going to be anything damaging or anything negative to you, right? It may be something that you know, you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But it's not anything that's going to knock you off your game. It's not going to disrupt your energy in any way. Okay, so just know that, you know, relax, feel confident that you're good. Like I said, your last week of February is pretty solid as far as good luck and positivity is concerned. Your month as a whole is very interesting too. I see lots of, you know, shifts happening, and you just, you know, you're going to be prepared, Pisces. You're going to be ready. So let's go ahead and close out your reading with a magical messages from the Fairies Oracle card, and let's see, let's see what shows up. Now, I got quite a few cards here for you, and you know what, I'm just going to read them all. Since they all flipped over, let's do that. We have Sun. Your Sun is watched over and protected as he explores his world, for those of you who have a Sun. We also have Easy Does It. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. We also have Daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. That probably means something for some of you. We also have Vegetarian. A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. Finally, we have Birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. All of those very lovely, very powerful. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll definitely do it again next month.